Hi, Dan here. Hope you're doing really well. Today I want to show you 5 crucial fundamental techniques. It's actually more than 5 because expressive techniques, which we'll get to, comprise a few. But what I was doing here, it shows you quite a few of them. So I'm going to start with rolling. When you fret notes, as you know, you get your fingertip, your finger's quite curled, and you press behind a fret hard enough to get a note. Rolling is slightly different. So I'm putting my third finger on the 7th fret A of the D string. As normal, playing with the fingertip, slightly curled, but instead of, the next note I want is the D on the G string, same fret on the D string. Instead of lifting up my finger and placing it back down, I'm going to do this rolling thing. It's where you keep your fingertip on the, in this case, on the 7th fret of the D string, and you just roll your finger down so you're playing sort of behind that first crease, behind that first knuckle. Can you see this rolling motion? I can't get there quick enough if I was having to take up my fingertip and then put it back down. So we can do it in the other direction as well. So this time, because I want to end up on the 5th fret of the D string with my fingertip, you play behind that first crease of the first finger. So I'm on the 5th fret now. So I'm rolling in the opposite direction. I'm just playing an A minor pentatonic scale here. And frets 5 and 7 on the G, D and A are all notes within that scale. So it's really good if you've got notes on the same fret but on a different string. That's where this rolling technique comes in. So that would be rolling. Alternate plucking. You're probably used to that. You're plucking probably with the index first, then the middle, coming to rest on a string. Fingers kind of not too curled, but not completely rigid and straight either. And you want no speeding up, no slowing down, no jumps in volume either. That's a fundamental technique. But so is raking. Now raking is where you use one finger and you just drag it across the strings. So if you were to just do open strings, okay, you just use one finger. We can use rolling and raking together. So let's go to that 7th fret. I'm going 7th fret G to D. You need to time it. If I do this, I get a notes played together. So you do the rolling thing. As soon as you pluck, you release pressure. Even that last note, I'm just releasing pressure off the string to control the length of the note. Let's get that 5th fret A string after that. See how fast you can play? You can even go middle and then index and rake from there. I'd be really struggling if I had to do all of that with alternate plucking. So whereas alternate plucking is something you definitely need to get going, you can also use raking. Jacko used raking a lot in his playing. In my little intro, which I've forgotten now, I was improvising it. I moved from 5th position, which is where my first finger is lining up at the 5th fret, somewhere up here. I was playing a Dorian mode, which I'll show you because it's a good one to practice. I'm going frets 12, 14, which is A, B on the A string. And then 10, 12, 14, C, D, E. F sharp, G, A, which is frets 11, 12, 14 on the G. That in conjunction with the A minor pentatonic and blues, you'll have hours of notes to practice these ideas. Now to get from here, I had to shift my hand. A really fundamental but simple, crucial technique that you need to learn. So my thumb is sort of roughly behind the second finger, and I'm keeping it in contact with the back of the neck as I shift across. Here's something I used to see a lot teaching students in schools, was if you imagine like the chair is sort of parallel to the back of the wall here, if you have your base parallel to the wall or the back of the chair as well, I'm soon enough going to just run into my own body with my elbow here. It's really awkward, and that's what I used to see. So what I do, and I'm sure a lot of players do, is just push the base out a bit and have it angled. It's a bit awkward. My filming setup isn't amazing for me to show you this. But I've now got the neck up a little bit away from my body, about a 45-degree angle from the back of the wall. And now I can just I'm not running into my body, okay? So you've got to make sure that you're holding the bass really well. And when I go, I'm just doing a really quick shift. You need to know what notes you're shifting to, otherwise you're going to go to the wrong place. So that's to do with fretboard knowledge and being very aware of the geography of your neck. But these little shifts that occur, that's really important for getting you to different parts of the bass really quickly and without any drop in the groove because you're not there in time. And finally, in this short video, we've got expressive technique. So this is the bit where you get a bit more than the 5 from the title, because you've got hammer-ons. And again, the minor pentatonic scale or the Dorian mode up here. Either way, any notes from a scale are good to practice this because it sounds musical. So hammer-ons. Keep your finger curled and you're just hammering down with your fingertips. So fret 5 to 7 on the G string. Pluck the first note and then hammer down. And you want really a hammer on from your first finger to any of the other fingers. The hammer needs to be as loud as the pluck. Opposite is a pull-off. So you're playing, I've got my first finger already there on the 5th fret, I'm playing, and I'm flicking my finger down towards the floor. Get that pluck as loud as get the flick, pull off as loud as the pluck. Slides. You play a note, keep pressure into the fretboard at all times, otherwise it'll just stop. Vibrato, bend, getting my thumb over the top, in this case 2nd, 3rd finger, right underneath the string on the 7th fret. But these expressive techniques do exactly that. They're articulations. They bring expression and flair to your playing. Another good one is the ghost note. So if I'm playing the 7th fret of the D string, the note A, if you come off the note but still in contact with the string, you deaden the string, you get that ghost note. I use more than one finger so I don't get it harmonic accidentally. But those would be the techniques that I recommend that you really get down. There are loads of other techniques, but even if you're playing slap or you're playing with a plectrum, hand shifting, raking, rolling, maybe not with slap. You can do a bit of raking with a plectrum, but those are sort of fundamental techniques that are going to really help you in your bass playing. So something for you to practice, something for you to think about. If you do have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video.